For millennia, we believed the Labyrinth of Crete was nothing more than a fever dream of ancient poets, a mythic prison for a monster. But what if the myth was actually a distorted memory of a terrifyingly real architectural marvel? A massive, 4,000-year-old circular structure has just emerged from the dust of Papoura Hill, and it is changing everything we thought we knew about the Bronze Age. The shadows of the past are finally stepping into the light. To understand the magnitude of this find, we must first look at the world the Minoans inhabited. 4,000 years ago, while much of the world was still struggling with basic settlement, the Minoan civilization was flourishing in the Mediterranean. They weren't just builders, they were masters of complexity, creating sprawling palaces and intricate urban systems. But beneath the surface of their sun-drenched cities, a different kind of engineering was taking place, one that was hidden from the eyes of the sun. The discovery that has sent shockwaves through the scientific community occurred in the spring of 2024. It wasn't a planned expedition to find a legend, but a routine excavation conducted ahead of a planned radar installation. What the team unearthed on Papoura Mountain was not just another ruin, but a massive circular subterranean structure that defies simple categorization. It was as if the Earth itself had been hollowed out by a civilization with a purpose we are only beginning to grasp. This isn't just another local dig. This is a global phenomenon. The significance of the Papoura Hill find was so profound that it earned Greece the prestigious 2024 Archaeologist of Palmyra International Archaeological Discovery Award. This recognition places the discovery alongside the most significant archaeological breakthroughs in modern history. It is a testament to the fact that even in the 21st century, the ground beneath our feet still holds secrets capable of humbling our modern understanding of technology. Kostas Paschalidis, a leading voice in the field, has described this find as one of the most important archaeological discoveries of the 21st century. When an expert makes such a claim, it is not hyperbole, is a warning that our textbooks are obsolete. We are looking at a level of structural sophistication that suggests the Minoans weren't just building rooms, they were engineering entire environments. The scale of the Papoura structure suggests a mastery of stone and space that we previously thought impossible for the Bronze Age. Let's look closer at the architecture itself. The structure is fundamentally circular, a shape that carries immense symbolic and structural weight in ancient cultures. In the context of Minoan design, circularity often points toward ritualistic or celestial significance. But this wasn't a simple temple. It was part of a larger, more complex network. The walls are thick, the precision of the masonry is startling, and the way the structure integrates with the natural topography of the mountain suggests a deep understanding of geological stability. For decades, the term labyrinth has been used to describe the complex maze-like layouts of Minoan palaces like Knossos, but the discovery at Papoura suggests that the labyrinth might not have been a palace at all, but a subterranean network. Imagine a series of interconnected tunnels, ritual chambers, and utility corridors winding through the dark heart of the mountain. This wasn't just a building, it was a hidden, artificial ecosystem designed for a purpose that remains shrouded in mystery. What could drive a civilization to invest such immense labor into underground construction? One theory is the ritualistic function. The Minoans were deeply connected to the earth and the mysteries of the underworld. These subterranean spaces could have served as sacred theaters for rites of passage, or places where the living communicated with the divine. In the darkness of the labyrinth, the boundaries between the physical and the spiritual would have dissolved, creating a controlled environment for profound religious experiences. But there is a more pragmatic, perhaps even more impressive possibility. Advanced urban infrastructure. The Minoans were masters of water management, creating sophisticated drainage and irrigation systems that kept their cities thriving. It is entirely possible that these underground networks served as massive cisterns, cooling systems, or even complex ways to manage waste and water flow throughout the region. If this is true, it would mean the Minoans were practicing a form of subterranean urban planning 4 millennia before the Romans. This duality, the sacred and the practical, is what makes the Minoan labyrinth so captivating. How do we distinguish between a temple and a utility tunnel? Often, in the ancient world, there was no distinction. A water source was sacred. A ritual space was also a feat of engineering. The Papoura discovery forces us to reconsider the very definition of infrastructure. For the Minoans, the underground was likely a seamless blend of survival and spirituality, a hidden foundation that supported both their bodies and their souls. As excavations continue, the questions only multiply. If this circular structure is just one piece of the puzzle, how much more lies beneath the Cretan soil? The radar installations planned for the area may soon reveal a web of connections that could link Papoura to other major Minoan sites. We may be looking at a massive, island-wide network of subterranean passages that allowed the Minoans to move, store, and worship in total secrecy and efficiency. The scale of the discovery is truly staggering. We must also consider the technological implications. To carve such precise, circular structures into the bedrock of a mountain requires more than just primitive tools. It requires a sophisticated understanding of geometry, structural load-bearing, and perhaps even a mastery of acoustics. The Minoans were operating at a level of precision that challenges the linear view of human progress. They didn't just adapt to their environment. They reshaped the very bones of the earth to suit their needs. The myth of the Minotaur, the bull-headed beast at the heart of the maze, may finally have its architectural origin. Perhaps the monster wasn't a creature of flesh and blood, but the labyrinth itself, a terrifying, complex, and overwhelming man-made underworld. To an outsider, stumbling into these dark, echoing, circular halls, the architecture itself would have felt monstrous, a living, breathing entity of stone and shadow. The myth was not a lie. It was an interpretation of a reality too complex to describe. As we stand on the precipice of this new era of understanding, we realize how little we truly know. The Papoura Hill discovery is a reminder that history is not a closed book, but a living mystery waiting to be uncovered. Every stone turned and every layer of earth removed brings us closer to the truth of who the Minoans were and how they mastered the world around them. The labyrinth is no longer a myth. It is a frontier. If you want to journey deeper into the unseen corners of our past, make sure to subscribe to Epoch Unseen. We peel back the layers of time to reveal the mysteries that history tried to hide. Join our community of explorers and never stop looking beneath the surface. Thank you for watching.